Show me what you got.
I can school you to the hoop.
Nice.
I was gonna get real. Good one. My name is Sarah. I broke my nose as a kid, and I've been wrestling with it ever since. My nose is crooked, and the left nostril goes up, and you can see up my nose. I was born into a family of triplets. My brother, my sister, and me, I wrestled. And when I was around 8 years old, I broke my nose. Back then, it didn't really bother me. But once we got older, I just noticed you getting all the attention. Being a triplet, I was always competing with my siblings, and to see my sister getting a whole bunch of attention and me not getting any attention, I think it had a huge impact on my self-esteem. I might need a tissue. My whole life, I was super confident, playing a whole bunch of sports and bringing home medals. Like, that really boosted my confidence. I felt very, powerful. And then as I got older, my nose started to look even worse. I quit wrestling because I resented it, since it is what actually caused my nose to be broken.
You could talk to anybody. I was more quiet and shy. Like, all I wanted to be was like more outgoing, like you.
I felt like all of a sudden I was powerless, and eventually I got my surgery done thinking it was going to make everything better, but it didn't help at all. Even when people are saying, like, you're beautiful, like, I don't know why you're so focused on your nose, like, I don't feel that way. Physically, I need my nose to be fixed so that I can feel like me.
Sarah, nose is crooked off to the right.
Big alar retraction.
Big alar retraction, left greater than
Collier
right.
Miller show, too much.
Triplet.
She's a
Two
triplet?
girls and a guy. I have to be honest with you. When I heard the word triplets, I always think of identical. I didn't even know that you could have fraternal triplets.
What do you mean you didn't know? You're a doctor.
I don't know. Hey, I'm a plastic surgeon, not an obstetrician. Let's take a look at her. Can you please send in Sarah?
Sarah.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Sarah. How
Nice
are
to meet you guys.
How are you?
Sister.
Yes.
Katie, nice to meet you.
This is one of the
Wait a
three?
minute.
Yes, one of the three.
Could be identical. You have a brother.
Yes.
Okay, so what's that like being a part of a triplets? You guys close?
Yeah, we're all super close. As a triplet, you're always competing for your parents' attention. We were in sports all year round, and when I was 5 years old, my brother wanted to join wrestling, and he chickened out. So of course I'm like, I'll do it.
Really?
Like, I'll be in it. Yeah.
At the age of 5.
Yeah, there wasn't really any girls, so I wrestled guys. And 2003, I was a national champion.
No kidding. Wow, that's cool. By the way, he was a yell leader. Need I say more?
First of all,
With the cone?
we did that so we can get all the chicks.
So at his school, the football players were the nerds and the yell leaders were cool. Said no one ever.
You know what? You're kind of ruining this.
Wait, am
First
I
of
not?
all-
Am I not telling
no,
the
but
truth?
You are being a dick. Anyway, so with that, obviously, something happened.
Yes. So when I was in 3rd grade, I was in a wrestling match, and I got cross-faced.
At that point, it was like pushed over to one side of your face, or?
Yeah, it looked like a knot right here, like it was crooked.
So it was a real break.
Yeah. I mean, I was little. I didn't care about my appearance until I started using social media to meet people. I could talk to people all day long, but then meeting up, I was like, what are they going to say about my nose?
So at that point, you said, I got to take care of my nose?
Yeah, 5 years ago, I saw this billboard of this doctor that was like 3 hours away. I got a consultation right away. I drove to the doctor. I walked.
But he's on billboards?
Yeah, he
That's
was on.
what I told her. I was like, if he's advertising on billboards on the radio, then...
Yeah, what does that tell
Yeah.
you? If your plastic surgeon is good, would he be advertising himself on a billboard? Got boobs? Got butts? Got liposuction? He don't got patience.
He came in, but he only came in for a couple minutes, if that. And then the nurse was like, oh, hey, we can get you in tomorrow morning. I know it should have been a red flag, an opening the very next day, and they're putting me in a hotel room that night. But at the time, I had no idea what the process was like.
What happened?
I got the surgery, and then I went to my doctor's appointment, for them to take the bandages off. The doctor wasn't even there.
Yeah.
We walked in, and then a girl, I don't even know if she was a nurse, took the bandages off. I just started bawling. It looked a lot more crooked. Yeah, it was devastating. I just felt like powerless at that point. The surgery did make it worse, and that hit my self-confidence even more. Then eventually, I started going to therapy.
Is that still continuing now?
Yeah, but I still feel like I have the worst nose in the world.
Okay. How many times a day do you look in the mirror at your nose?
All the time.
Although I can clearly see from across the room that Sarah's nose needs some help, but what I'm worried about is that she's very hypercritical of what she thinks of her nose. And with patients like that, no matter what you do for the nose, even if it's a great job, they're not going to be happy. So what I want to do is get her in the exam room and then have an honest discussion with her about realistic expectations and the complications and see if she is a candidate for surgery. As doctors that come in with a patient who basically says, listen, I feel I have the worst thing in my, in my nose, but you are hyper-focusing on it. So that, right there, that kind of, makes it a little bit scary for us when we hear that. Head back for us. So your septum, that's this thing here.
Wow.
So it's going like this. So the bottom part's deviating into your left nostril, and the top part is tilting over to the right. And that's what's tilting your tip over to the right. So first, before we talk about your surgery, if we decide at the end of this to do something, the negative thing is you can improve the straightness, but maybe not make it perfect. However, I can tell you now, no matter who touches your nose, you're always going to have that nostril asymmetry, maybe not as bad. So just hearing that, before even us committing to anything, how would you feel about that?
I would still want it to be better.
So let me talk about part 2 of this.
Okay.
So when Dr. Dubrow and I were asking you, what do you think your nose looks like? You said it's like a 0, the worst nose you've seen. He, me, your sister, don't see that. But the question now, when we start hearing about this, we think of something called BDD, body dysmorphic disorder. You're hyper-focusing on your nose, and this is causing a lot of issues with your life. Body dysmorphic disorder is more of a self-image issue. And if you continue and you have surgery, sometimes you keep going back and have more and more and more procedures, but you're never going to be happy.
What he's concerned about is that you're such a hyper-focused person. You were able to wrestle guys at age 5 to 13, win a national championship, which is awesome. He wants to make sure that that isn't all focused on the post-operative result.
No, it's not.
And that but we see this. This is a thing.
Are you going to be happy with 70% improvement of straightness and nostril improvement?
I would feel good about any improvement.
You sure?
Yes.
Did the therapist say that he thinks that you're okay to have surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't expect to be perfect. I don't expect to be like an idealized version of myself. I just want to be me.
I mean, I hear a lot of great things you're saying, and I feel good about it. And at this point, let's proceed.
Okay.
And if there's any issues that pop up or anything, make sure you, contact us. Let us know.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm checking in for surgery.
All right, take a seat.
Okay, thank you. Definitely thankful it's finally surgery day. Today's the day. I'm just hoping to wake up and look in the mirror and be extremely excited about what I see.
I told Sarah that she's most likely to get a 70% improvement. Now, especially with someone that I'm worried about of how she's going to look at her nose, I really want to drop those expectations. Now, if I can get 85, 90%, that's better. Today for Sarah's surgery, Dr. Ping is going to take rib while I open her nose. Then I'm going to file down the dorsal hump before fixing a deviated septum, which will help straighten the nose and help with her breathing. Next, I'll close an open roof deformity by fracturing the bones to help straighten the nose further. Finally, I'll raise her drooping columella and use finely diced cartilage and rib perichondrium along the tip to make it look more symmetrical. Okay, ready to start with the nose as Dr. Ping has started on the rib.
How you feeling, sister?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm really excited to hear what the doctors have to say because in the mirror I can't tell exactly what my nose is going to look like. I was trying to get a good picture of it, but to me it looks like you just took me in the operating room and
Beat the heck out of you?
beat me up. Yeah.
That's why you got that
No, because
bruising.
then I wouldn't look like this. I would have came out with him looking like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now she wants to get us some boxing.
It's on.
All right, let me take a quick peek at your nose. Put your hand back for me. I'm going to undo this. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Great symmetry.
Okay.
Wow.
No, you can't see. All right. So we took the hump away and did the septoplasty. We were excited and happy with the way your nose looked at the end of the case. However, you aren't going to be perfectly straight. So understand that and get your expectations to that. You have to make a promise since we put all that TLC in your nose. I hope that the way you've been feeling with comparing yourself and the insecurities, that's all going to go away.
Okay. I'm just super grateful. I like joking with everybody, and Dr. Nassif's really easy to joke with. So I came in and I was like, for sure I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I hate my nose. But after he was saying all the good things and he was so proud about it, I just didn't have the heart to mess with Dr. Nassif today. But next time.
Let me see your profile. Turn your head. Oh, you're going to have a better profile there.
I'm gonna teach you out everything.
Okay, I'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye, you guys.
Hey, hey, I like the way your body moves. Like, hey, I like the things you make me do.
This all started when I was 8 years old. That's when I broke my nose in wrestling. As the years went on, I had these self-esteem issues because of my nose, and I tried to get my nose fixed, but it looked a lot more crooked. So for the past 5 years, I've worked really, really hard to fix my self-esteem issues internally. Now, with my new nose, I finally feel like I'm glowing, and I feel like me.
Show me your love, just if you show me yours, then I'll show you mine.
Nice to see you. Such a nice day. How was the ride?
Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. I got to just enjoy the scene. It just feels good. It feels good to be confident. Like, honestly, I'm feeling great. Like, I'm feeling amazing. I mean, my nose changed my appearance, but I feel like it's more than just appearance. It changed my entire mindset.
You look so good.
I am fine.
Yes, you are.
Before my surgery, I had a crooked nose, and you could see up my nostrils. On top of that, I had major breathing issues and self-doubt. But now, since my surgery with Dr. Nassif, my nose is much straighter, my airway is wide open, and I finally have the nose I should have had. Since I was a kid, I have been wrestling with my nose, but that is a thing of the past.
My nose was kind of like something that was always like shadowing my shine, you know? It was like darkening my shine, and I just feel like empowered now. And this whole surgery process, like, I wouldn't have been able to do it all without you.
I'm just so happy for you.
It's a new me.
Going through this journey with Sarah, I think we have only grown closer. Honestly, the best part about this surgery is I've always seen her as beautiful, but now she finally sees it, and she's just able to live her life as she wants to.
I couldn't have imagined you looking any better.
Aw, thank you, sister.
I learned if you see a doctor on a billboard, don't trust it.
After we eat, you want to go for a ride? Then we'll really be coming in hot.
You crash the bike, I might have to wrestle you.
If I crash the bike, Dr. Nassif will be pissed. Can't break this pretty face.